Bismillah. Let's get started with the new lesson today. We're going to study how to measure and construct lines and angles. Okay. Um, I think you already studied this in previous grades. How to measure angles and lines. For lines, it is very easy to measure. You are going to use the ruler to measure the lines, right? So you can measure lines in centimeters using the normal rulers you have. Because this lesson is more practical, it is very hard to conduct the lesson online. This is one of the disadvantages for online classes, because we need to do some stuff يعني by hands, like drawing, like measuring using tools. But through online it's going to be a little bit hard. طيب, but I'm going to try my best to convey the information. Or okay. طيب. Measure these lines using with ruler. Be as accurate as you can. So you have lines A, B, C, D until J, and what you are going to do is to measure lines using your ruler. Okay, I think this is not hard for you. The most part hard in this thing is that if you got the line between two marks, between two divisions, you need to what? In this case, what do you need? Okay, for example, uh, I think this. Do you see this ruler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yes.
divided in inches, not in centimeters. But anyway, if your line is like this, for example, okay, you cannot specifically decide this, uh, the length of this line. Why? Because it lies between two divisions, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see here, it lies
Yeah.
between two divisions. But what you need to do is to make the line to the nearest division. For example, here it is nearer to what? It is nearer to this one, right? This division.
Yeah.
So you are going to be to say the length of this line is blah blah blah. The reading in that division, which is more closer to the line. This is the hardest يعني, part of this section. So let's move this, not very difficult, and let's talk about angles. Angles is the measure of a turn. What is the meaning of measure of turn? Right. Let's suppose you have this line, okay, and you have another line. Imagine that you have another line on this line. For example, this red line, okay. Two lines lies on each other. Type. If you want to turn the red line, you are going to turn it, for example, to here. To turn it means to move it from here to here, okay? To move the line from here to here. And the black line is still here, okay? Wait. I'm trying my best to convey this lesson because it's very hard. Type. Type. This means we turn the red line, we turn it with a specific angle, right? So where is the angle? This is the angle. Okay. طيب.
Okay.
So in fact, in practically you can use the protractor to draw the angle type or an angle measurement type. What is the unit of angles? How to measure unit angles? What is the unit? Unit of angle is,
Degrees?
yes, degrees. For example, we say this is 20 degrees, like this. Okay, for example. Type.
Yeah.
Teacher, surely it's 20 because
Yeah,
the ruler shows that
exactly
it is 20.
20. If you look at the ruler here, I moved the ruler, my ruler, 20 degrees. Fortunately, this application, this board application, have a ruler with the size of angles. When you turn this ruler, you're going to get the angle of how many degrees is this ruler turned. Okay, do you see I'm turning the ruler? So this means I'm getting an angle, right? So
Yeah.
when the ruler is straight
Yeah.
line like this, wait, the angle is 0
Yeah.
when it's straight line. But when I start turning it, the angle becomes bigger and bigger until I get, for example, 90 degrees. 90 degrees is called, what is called?
Right angle.
Right angle.
Triangle.
So the right angle is like L letter, right? It's going
Yeah.
to be like L letter. So this is the right angle. Type. Type how to use the protractor to draw an angle. By the way, you can use the protractor to measure and to draw an angle. Okay? Right, let's see how to do that. Can you mute, please?
Okay.
I hear some noise. Type. How to use the protractor to measure an angle. طيب. This is the angle. You can see it here, right? This is the protractor. The protractor is a tool to measure an angle. طيب. In the protractor, we have two scales. We have inner scale. This one is called inner scale. And it is from 0 until 180. And we have outside or outer scale, which is from 0 until 180, but in the opposite direction. So when do we use the inner? When do we use the outer scale? Do you have an idea?
Yeah. The inner, it would be when we go to the right side, I
Yep.
think.
Okay, right.
And the outer will be when we go to the left.
Okay. Sometimes we have to use the inner scale. Sometimes we have to use the outer scale. So how
Yeah.
do we decide that? We have to look at the center of the protractor. The protractor has a
Yeah.
center here, right? And it has
Yes.
this called base,
It's
okay? We
Yeah.
call this the base of the protractor type. The base of the protractor has two sides, the right hand side and the left hand side, okay?
Yeah.
Like when you use the right hand side, like in this case, our angle lies on the right hand side for the center of the protractor, right? Look
Yeah.
here, this line lies to the right. So we
Yes.
have to use the inner scale to find the size of the angle. So in this case, is it 41 or 141? What's the size?
41.
41. That's why, because we use the inner scale. And why did we use the inner scale? Because
Correct,
the,
teacher.
huh?
Teacher, it's 40, not 41.
It's 41. Look.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first step, when you measure an angle, you have to place the protractor over the angle as shown. Over the angle means you have to place this point, which we call it the head of the angle. Okay, the head of the angle
Yeah.
to the center of the protractor. Where is the center of the protractor? Here. Okay, and then you have to align one of the lines of the angles to 0 of the protractor. We have 0 here. We have 0 here. You have to align one of the line of the angle. We have, how many lines do we have in angle? 2 lines construct an angle, right? When 2 lines
Yeah.
meet, they make an angle. So you can choose this line or this line to be aligned with the 0 on the protractor. So you can say, I'm going to align this line to the right hand side of the center of the protractor, or you can use the left hand side. But in this case, I think you can use the other line, and you can place it to this line. Okay, you can align it with the left hand side of the center of the protractor. And then, because we have aligned the line, one of the lines, to the right hand side of the protractor, this means we are going to use the inner scale, right? The inner scale. So you have to decide which scale to use. Is this, in this case, the inner scale starts at 0, so the angle is 41. Okay, so
Okay.
the side of the angle is lined to this 0, right?
Yes.
And this 0 is for the inner scale or the outer scale?
Inner.
Inner scale. That's why we use the inner scale.
Yeah.
Okay. Type.
Teacher, I didn't understand this line.
What point didn't you understand? What's the first thing we have to do, Aisha, when we measure the angle? What's the first point? We have to place the protractor over the angle. Okay. Type.
Okay.
Where is the center of the angle? Can you tell me? What is the center of the angle? This is the angle. Where is the head of the angle? This, right? Right? Then you have to place this point to the center of the protractor. Where is the center of the protractor? It is in the middle here. Okay? So that's why we have placed it here. Then you have to align one of the lines of the angle. We have 2 lines, this line and this line. Take one of them and align it with the 0 on the 0 scale on the protractor. Where is the 0? Can you tell me? Here, right? Here or here? So you have to align this line with the 0. Okay? We aligned it. What does it mean we aligned it? Means we exactly put it on the 0. So you can see this line is placed or aligned with the 0. Then you look at the second line. The second line lies on a point on the protractor, right? So in this case, are you going to use this scale or this scale, the inner or the outer scale? The inner. Why? Because the 0 here is with the inner. If you align the line to this 0, you are going to use this scale. But because we aligned it with this 0 for the inner scale, this 0 is for the inner scale. right? This 0 is for the inner scale, and this 0 is for the outer scale. In this case, in our case, we have aligned the line of the angle with the 0 of the inner scale. This means we are going to use the inner scale. So then you should look at this line. It lies, or you can see here it's 40, right? But the line is 1 degree after the 40, so it's 41 degrees.
Like if the line is after the line the protractor is 41.
Yes, this is 40, this is 50. So between 40 and 50 we have 10 divisions, and we can see here is 1 division after 40, which means it is 41. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, Aisha?
Yeah, teacher.
طيب. Now we are going to learn how to draw an angle. طيب. Draw an angle 120. First, draw the straight line about 6 centimeters long. طيب, you have to make straight line like this. Okay. After that, you have to take the protractor and place, and you have to align the one of the baseline, the right or the left, with that line you have drawn. Okay, so you're going to take the line you have drawn and put your protractor. You align this line with the 0. In this case, we have aligned our line to this 0, not to this 0, right? To the outer scale 0.
Yeah.
Okay, clear? Right.
Yeah.
This is the second step. The third step is to see what is the degree you want to draw. You want to draw an angle with 120 degrees. Where is 120 degrees? Is it
no, the next
No, we're not taking the inner scale. We are taking the outer scale, because
the outer scale, yeah.
because the 0 is for the outer scale. Okay. So where is 120 in the outer scale? It is here, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to make like point here. Make a point, and then take your ruler. Take your ruler and make a line between the center and that point you have drawn. Okay. So it's going to be like this. So this angle is, where is the angle? This, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this angle is
120.
120 degrees.
100.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let me. Okay. Right. Look here. This is in the book. They did like what we did. 120 degrees. Here's some exercises. Do you have protractor at home?
Yeah, I do.
I don't
Who doesn't have?
can go.
Who doesn't have?
I have.
Ether, do you have?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Teacher, I don't have.
Maybe I think so.
Can you buy a
I think
protractor,
so.
because you need it to measure the angles and to do some, a lot of work is going to be based on the protractor and angles. So please buy one. We're going to work. We're going to construct triangles using the protractor and the size of some angles. Okay, you will need it in the future a lot. So you have to buy one if you don't have. طيب. By this, we are finished. Any question here?
No, teacher.
Anyone has a question in this lesson or for anything that will come in the exam?
No.
طيب. I don't want to take a lot because you have exam tomorrow and I will give you a small homework. طيب. Take do you remember what are the types of angles? What are the types of
Yeah.
angles?
Yes, obtuse angle and right angle and
Right angle and acute angle.
We have 4 type of angles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
طيب. The first one is called right angle.
Left angle.
Right angle, what is the size of right angle?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. And the construction of the right angle is like L letter, right?
Yeah.
L letter, whether it's like this or flipped or reflected or whatever, okay? All of these called right angle. Okay. The second type is called acute
angle. Acute angle.
angle. What is the size
It's
of
less
acute
than
angle?
it's less than 90 degrees.
Less than 90 degrees.
Yes, less than 90 degrees. Less than 90 degrees. And what is the shape? It's like this, right?
Acute.
This,
Yeah.
this, all these acute angles. The third type is called
Obtuse
Angle.
obtuse angle.
It
Obtuse
is
angle
more
is
than 90 degrees.
greater than 90 degrees. And the shape of obtuse angle is like this or this. Okay. Last type of angles is called you know,
It is left angle triangle. Left angle.
what is the angle with 180 degrees?
Straight angle.
Straight angles. Straight angle is a straight line. The angle on the straight line. Yep. Yes. Aisha, do you have a question?
No, teacher. I didn't say anything.
Who is the teacher?
Teacher, it was Ether.
Oh, Ether, you have a question?
No, Aisha the one who asked.
Okay, no problem. Forget it. Right. So any angle on the straight line is called straight angle and the size of it is 180. So two right angle will make
A straight angle.
straight angle because this is 90 and this is 90. So they make straight angle with 180 degrees. You have to recall all of these stuff. Okay?
Teacher, do we have homeworks?
Huh?
Homework?
طيب, homework is page 83.
Yes.
Do number A. Number 2A.
Okay.
Wait. Page.
Teacher, I had enough of this. I had this lesson much.
What?
Teacher, I does a lot of things for this. You know, my old teacher, she writes like a lot of triangle and find the angles.
When
And
was
I
that? When was that?
huh?
When was that?
I think it's on 2019 starts. I was not in this school.
You mean this year? Did you do a lot of work like this
I mean last year.
last year? Okay. Okay, you can practice more. No problem. 2A. What else? Compare your result. How good you are estimating ratios following angles. طيب. And do number 3. You can do I and II for
Teacher, can you send the homework on Discord?
خلاص. I will send it in Discord inshallah. Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Any question?
No.
No, no.
Oh.